Hello, this is Mr. H. I am going to do question number 18 from the August 2026 Algebra 1 Regents exam. Basically, they've given us a table of data for two people, George and Henry. I guess they're bowlers, and they've got 9 weeks of bowling scores. And the two things that we're looking for is we're looking for the mean. We're going to be comparing the mean of those two data sets, and we're also going to be doing the standard deviation. So um, this is how I want my students to do it. So we're just going to enter this data into the spreadsheet like we normally would. So let me go and grab the calculator. And you can see that I've already entered all of the data. The most important thing is to double check it and make sure all the data is right. Because once you've done that, the calculator will take it from there. So once I entered George's 9 bowling scores, I entered Henry's 9 bowling scores. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the home screen. I'm going to go to the main calculator screen. And instead of doing like the normal, just do a data dump on those two data sets, I'm just going to look for the mean and the standard deviation. So here's what I'm going to do. First thing well, let me go back and do one more thing because um, I noticed that I need to put, let's see, delete. I'm going to do 198 and I'm going to put a point in here. And then I'm going to go 210 and I'm also going to put a point. The reason I'm doing that is I want to make sure that when I get the data and I run the regression or that when I do the mean and standard deviation, that it's going to be as a decimal. So I'm putting a decimal in both of the data sets. So now let me go here. So now we're looking for statistics. So you're going to go to statistics, and then we're going to look at the list math, and it has a bunch of options. So what we want is we're going to find the mean, which is the average. And now once you've done this, all you have to do is that list that we created, it's there that we can use. So I found the mean of George's data is 171.7. So it's about 172 pins. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go menu, statistics, list, and then I want the mean again. And now this time I'm going to choose Henry and I'm going to find his. So we can clearly see that George's average, bowling average, is a little higher than Henry's. So that's one thing. Now, the second thing that we're going to do is almost the same thing, except we're going to look for standard deviation. Now, this one, I was actually confused on. I didn't know if we were using the sample standard deviation, the population standard deviation. I've taken statistics course, and most of the time we're trying to extrapolate from a smaller data set to a bigger data set. In this case, we just got two people, and we just want to know for these two guys, for George, what's his standard deviation? And for Henry, what's his standard deviation? So we're going to use the population standard deviation. So we're not extrapolating anything. We're just saying what was the standard deviation for Henry's and what was the standard deviation for George's. So all I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to go out, get the data set for George, and then I run that. And it says that the standard deviation is 38.6. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do menu, list math, and then I'm looking for the population standard deviation for Henry. And so George's average is higher, but his standard deviation is lower. Now, in short, that means that George is a better bowler because not only is his average higher, but he's more consistent. That's what this number means. The lower your standard deviation it means there's a smaller spread between your highs and lows, which is what you want. You want a bowler or a basketball player or whoever, you want them to be consistent. You don't like wild fluctuations. So George is basically the better bowler. He has a higher standard average, and he also has a lower standard deviation. So if we go to the answer choices, George's standard deviation is less, and his mean is greater. And that's why we would choose number one. And again, that means George is basically a better bowler than Henry. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. What I was trying to show you is that once you enter the data, you can just go and whatever you need to calculate it, whether it be the standard deviation, it may be the minimum, might be the range, you can just go and actually find things that will actually calculate those things instead of getting a data dump and then having to search through it, okay? I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to stop and I'm going to post.